Bonjour, it's Jennifer, your French teacher in the south of France. Et je suis aujourd'hui avec Billy. Il est mignon, Billy. This is the little hamster that ends up in a lot of my exercises. Coucou, Billy. Coucou. So anyway, today I have an exercise. This is just a little bonus video for you today because I came up with an exercise this week and I've used it with a lot of my students and it's really, really helped them. Do you struggle with using French pronouns? I'm talking about le, lui, la, les, leur, I, just those so-called simple pronouns. If you know the rules to those pronouns, but you just have a hard time working them into your everyday conversations and, things start going so fast and you're like, I totally could have used that pronoun. This is an exercise that's going to be good for you. So I'm going to show you how it works, and then I'll tell you how you can get your hands on your free copy. All right? So the name, it's kind of a game. I mean, you can call it a game, and that makes it fun, right? So the name of the game is À vos marques, prêt, partez. Okay, can you figure out what that means? À vos marques, prêt, partez. Alors, so what we're going to do is we're going to focus on using these pronouns just in the present tense in this version, okay? But believe me, I have tons of versions available. So look at this first one. À vos marques, prêt, partez. We're using direct object pronouns just in the present tense. So at the end of this short video, I'm going to tell you again how to get your hands on your copy of this game. But the idea is for you to get out a timer and print out the free worksheet that I have for you. And you're going to say the sentences, or you can write them if you like. That'll take a little bit longer. If you want to work on your writing, I encourage you to do that. Or just speak your answers. You're going to go through these and say, je la regarde, tu le lis, il les mange, elle l'écoute, on les fait, nous le cassons. You see how that works? So you're going to go all the way through the direct objects, pronouns, like that. Okay? And so I'll give you some instructions to tell you different ways that you can use this exercise. But then you also get indirect object pronouns. Okay, so you do the same thing. You're going to time yourself. Why do I want you to time yourself? Because every time you time yourself, you write it down. Let's say you go through these 21, choosing between lui and leur, and you do it in 2.5 minutes. Well, note that, and also note, because I have an answer key included, note how many of these you actually got correct and how many you got wrong so that you can improve the next time. So this time you're going to say, je lui demande de m'aider. Tu lui donnes le journal. Il lui écrit une lettre, etc. Okay, so you see how that works. So far we've done direct objects, indirect objects, and you can guess what's coming up. I and on. Okay, so have a look at this one. I and on. J'achète une télé. So I want you to say, j'en achète. Numéro 2, tu y penses. Numéro 3, il en mange. And so on and so forth. Okay, marking your time and checking your answers, writing down how many are correct and how many you're incorrect. And then, of course, you knew I was going to do this. We're going to mix them all up together. Now, keep in mind, this exercise that I'm showing you right now is just in the present tense, okay? So we're trying to keep it simple. Simple, right? I know. But now you're choosing between all of these different pronouns. So you're going to time yourself again. Okay, I'm ready. J'en achète. Il lui téléphone, il en mange, il lui écrit une lettre, etc. Okay? Now, can you just guess what's coming up next? You know me by now, right? One thing always leads to another. We start out with the simplest, and we move on to something more complex, and then we get to the hard stuff. So the hard stuff, that's when we have more than one pronoun in a sentence. Okay? So look, I know it's hard to remember the order of pronouns, and the number of times I've written down this chart for my students, both on Skype and in person, on a little scratch sheet of paper. I should have made this little chart online a long time ago. Now I'm making it available for you. Look at this. your nice French order of pronouns chart. Okay, so me, tu, nous, and vous will always come first when you have more than one pronoun in a sentence, then le, la, les, followed by lui and leur, and I and on. So I've made this available for you in just a simple format. You can print it out. There are 3 on the page. You can slap one on the fridge, put one in your French book, and stick one on your forehead or whatever. Do what it takes to learn this order of pronouns, because the last version, again, this is just the present tense, but the last version, watch this. We are using more than one pronoun in one sentence, okay? It's still the same ones, still the same sentences, basically, that you've been dealing with in the other exercises, but now we're going to say, instead of j'achète une télé au magasin, we're going to say j'en achète une au magasin. Okay, that would be using one pronoun. How about j'y en achète une? Or for the second one, il lui en prend. Or for number 3, il y en mange. D'accord? So you see how that works? It's a good exercise whether you're timing yourself or not, but let me just tell you, if you look down in the video description, click on the Patreon link, it'll bring you directly to where you can download your free copy of these present tense exercises. I also have them available in the present tense with negation, in the passé composé, with and without negation. And this is so important because, it's not just knowing when to use the pronouns, how to use the pronouns. It's also knowing where you have to put them in the sentence, right? So that's what these exercises about. And these exercises, there are 20 of them in all. And so you can see how you can get some of the different versions on Patreon as well, depending on your tier level, okay? They're also part of my bundled French lessons, and you can find the link to that also down in the script description below. On vous remercie et à très bientôt. Au revoir. Now, how am I going to put this hamster down and turn my video off at the same time? Ciao, ciao. Did it. He just fell on the floor.